However, that does affect the value of my bike that I don't care about, because I thought that I go, ooh, I have one that's made in the US. Look at that, it's collector, it's collected. No, it doesn't matter anymore. So the original plan was to get out early this morning and go out on a ride before the heat came, but I'm lazy and I didn't get out the door in time, so here we are. It's already 11 o'clock and it's already hot. We have officially entered our hot season. We've already had our first couple 100-degree plus days, and yeah, being someone that works outside for a living, I really didn't want to be out in it on my days off, but hey, at least I'm on the bike and I'm not working, so there's that, I guess. It's funny, both of the vehicles that I drive don't like being in the heat. I have an old 30-plus-year-old Jeep Cherokee XJ, and if you know, you know, those things don't like running in when it's hot. They struggle to keep cool as it is. You have to know the little tricks and everything, but I've had it for a very long time, so I know those little tricks. Just like the Pan America, this thing runs hot. It runs fine. Now, it's not like the Jeep in that sense where you have to know little tricks to keep it cool. It runs fine. It's hot. It's hot in all the wrong areas. But like I said, I do know all those little tricks and the little quirks that each one of my vehicles has to keep it running. I mean, yeah, the Jeep's old. It doesn't run as good as it used to. It makes rattly noises everywhere, and you have to know those little tricks to keep it to temperature and keep it going. And I've said it before that I don't think anyone else could drive my Jeep. It's something you just gotta know how to do, and each one is different, especially being that old. I don't know, I guess I just kind of get attached to things super easily, and yeah, they're worth more to me than they are to anybody else. I mean, the trade-in value on this Pan America is next to nothing. You know, it's got high mileage on it. It's got nearly 60,000 miles at this point, and it's one of those years where people try to avoid because it is a 21, so there's not a whole lot of demand for a used 21 Pan America, and that doesn't really matter because I would never consider really selling this thing. Like I said, I'm way too attached to it. What's up, guys? I would much rather spend the money just to keep this thing going forever than to buy a new one. I mean, yeah, I've been talking about that new limited in the green, but it's just a color. That's the only reason why I like it. It's just a color. I'd much rather just spend my money into keeping this thing going for as long as I can. And that's what I do. I do the same thing with my Jeep, with my other vehicle. You know, I've put way more money into that Jeep than it is worth by far, just to keep it running. And I'll probably continue to do it until, well, I don't know when. I'll probably just continue to keep doing that because I love that thing. And that's just, I don't know, that's how I do things. I'd much rather prefer to have something that I'm attached to and keep that going than get something brand new. I mean, take this watch, for example. I'm getting older. I'm kind of getting into the mechanical watches, and I've been kind of shopping around for one. And a few months ago, I went to my storage unit and I actually found this old watch sitting in a box. And this watch belonged to my grandfather a very long time ago, and it never ran when I got it. The crystal was all scratched up. You couldn't read the watch at all. But I decided that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this in and see if I can get someone to fix it and get it running, and I like the way it looks. So yeah, let's see what I can do to get that thing running. I found a shop in Sacramento, a really cool father-son shop. They really knew their stuff. They were really straightforward and honest with me about this is how much it's going to cost, this is how long it's going to take. I was just like, you know what? All right, let's do it. And I spent probably more money than you could buy a new watch for. Well, at least in my price range anyways. You know, yeah, I don't have that much money. You know, I spent more money than the watch is probably worth, but it means more to me than, say, like a brand new watch. So yeah, I think it was worth the money. I don't regret it. You know, sometimes you spend the money on something and you like instantly have that regret of like, oh, I shouldn't have spent that. That's so dumb. Why did I do that? Yeah, no, that didn't happen at all for me. I was really happy that I ended up doing that because it, like I said, it has meaning to me. And that's just how I like to do things. On other news, I did read that Harley is bringing back production of the Pan America and the other RevMax motor bikes back to the US. They've been made overseas for the past year or so, and they've been shipping them back to the US to sell them. Yeah, it looks like the production is coming back to the US, so yeah, I think that's kind of cool. That's awesome. Not that there was anything wrong with the ones that were being made overseas. I know it made it kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt for dealers to get Pan Americas because they had to deal with all that. So it could be a little easier. They could be more prevalent on showroom floors now. Who knows when that's going to happen? They just announced it, so I don't know when it's going to happen. But yeah, that's a cool thing. I like it. It's going to be a little loud. I got to turn this off and turn it back on another time. Alright, I just got to Salmon Falls Road, one of my favorite roads in this area. What else happened this week? Oh, I accidentally went to a bike night. You might be asking, how did you accidentally go to a bike night? I will tell you. I needed shade lube and cleaner for my bike because it's a little dirty. And I totally forgot that every second Tuesday of the month, Cycle Gear has their bike night. So yes, I showed up on a bike night. It was just packed full of people, and if you know me, you know that it is people. But it was cool. I did meet some people out there. It's kind of hard to get in and out of there when you park a bike that's covered in dirt. It's not something you see all the time, especially at a bike night. It's just a bike that's covered in dirt and mud and everything. It's always the same thing, like, that's good to see someone using that thing. That's awesome, right? So I did meet some cool people out there, but it was totally by accident. I don't normally go to bike nights. I'm old. I don't know. That's not my thing. It's not my crowd. Sorry, it's really not. It kind of sucks that I'm behind a bunch of cars on Salmon Falls Road. This road is super fun, but I have some people in front of me. I can't have too much fun. It does seem that we are officially in our summertime. People are on vacation. The weather's getting hot. Not warm, it's hot. And so in the comments down below, let me know what the weather's like in your area. I know it's dumb, it's a weather conversation, but I'm curious because it gets scalding hot where I'm at. Everything is dead and hot and gross. But yeah, if you guys could, please subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I'll see you guys later. So it seems that is a little bitty. Talking helps. I would that's not a thing. But anyways, let's check my battery. Battery's fine. Oh no. We're behind bicycles. There's no shoulder. Come on, pass them, pass them, pass them. Jeez. There are so many people out today. Don't you know it's gonna be hot? I probably had the same idea I did to get out early. I don't know. This area sucks on the weekends. There's just so many people.